UEFA Champions League football is back this week. This Tuesday, the 15th of April, we're going to be looking at the Borussia Dortmund and Barcelona game and Aston Villa take on PSG. I'm going to share with you my two bet builders, and I'm going to break down and go over some of the metrics in regards to the lines on these bet builders. But nevertheless, I'm going to do what I do on every single video, and let's recap yesterday's video. You can see by the record, you can see by the units, we've been absolutely on fire all season. I'm 19-5 in my last 24 bets on this YouTube channel. Was 19-3 until yesterday came around. It was the first negative day in about 2 weeks. Unfortunately, we went 0-2. But I'm always good on the bounce back. Put a lot of time into these bet builders today, hoping to get a nice sweep and get back into winning ways. So if you appreciate honesty, transparency and just results in general, feel free to subscribe. Check out my recent videos. We've been absolutely killing it. But enough waffle. Let's just get into the pure purpose of today's video. So as you can see there's the Aston Villa and PSG bet builder. We're going to be taking PSG to qualify under 3 goals in the first half, under 4 cards for PSG, no red card, and we're going to be adding a section for tomorrow's game. We're going to be taking Arsenal to qualify in the 90 minutes. I really like that bet builder. I really do like that Aston Villa and PSG section. I can't see Villa even being at home getting past PSG today. I can see the game being pretty controlled in the first half. PSG, they don't need to look for goals at the moment, and they're definitely not going to be wanting to get any unnecessary bookings as they look to advance in this Champions League campaign. And we move on to the Borussia Dortmund and Barcelona game. Again, I think this is going to be a very controlled game in the first half. Barcelona is going to be looking to coast this. They can afford to lose 1 or 2-0, to be totally honest. So we're going to be taking under 3 goals in the first half. Match range goals between 1 and 4. Under 1 card in the first opening 10 minutes. And no red card. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about this Borussia Dortmund and Barcelona game. Personally, I think Barcelona are going to win this UEFA Champions League. Arsenal got a good shout, but this Barcelona team's just absolutely stacked. Rafinha as well looks to be going head to head with Mo Salah for the Ballon d'Or, and even being a Liverpool fan myself, if you look at Rafinha's numbers this season, he's not too far behind Mo Salah, and if he does pull off some good performances now on the later backstage of this UEFA Champions League campaign, it'd be hard to not give it to him, unfortunately, because I'd love to see Mo Salah win that Ballon d'Or. So let's talk about the metrics. This game has is anticipated to be very low volume. Both teams to score 45% hit ratio, over 1.5 goals 80%, and over 2.5 goal line has a very low 60%, giving it an average of bang on 3 goals projected for this game. Corners might be something to look at. The projection's pretty high, just under 13 corners. In regards to the cards, the projected line is 13.19. Again, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, the under 3 goals in the first half, I just think it's going to be a really controlled game. Definitely in the first half. Barcelona, they don't need to, do they? They don't need to go out guns blazing to make some silly mistakes. Just for example, if you go back to the Barcelona and Liverpool game, when Barcelona they had that nice lead and Liverpool did a great comeback. They scored an early goal and then that went on to haunt them throughout the game. The match range goals between 1 and 4. Again, we can look at the projections, we can look at the hit ratios, 92%, this, that. But it just goes back to how I think this game is going to play out in the situation of the game. Under 1 card in the opening 10 minutes has a 96% hit ratio when putting the two teams' averages together. And the no red card is basically a probability section when looking at the referee. So he has a 7% hit ratio in regards to red cards in his last 300 games he has officiated in. So I'm going to be advising to stick 3 units on the both of these bet builders. I'm a bit pissed off from yesterday, 0 and 2. I want to recoup those units complete back. I'm not chasing a loss at all, because look how hot we've been lately. Can afford to chase a loss if I'm being totally honest. We've been absolutely crushing it all season. You can see the record, see the units. So yeah, 3 units on the both of these bet builders, hoping to take that record, our current record, up to 21 and 5. That would be ideal, but nevertheless, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.